On the left hand side as yellow, it is myself, Triple G93, playing as Johnson. On the right hand side, it will be red, who is Apple Pie 57. And in the centerpiece, we will have as orange, Ginger Brian Man playing as Decimus. And we are going to go up against Mad Dog Killer 838 as the Blue Forge, Toasted 7623 as Vortis 4 Light Blue, and Black.com 457 as the Yap Yap. And so there's a couple things we need to look out here for. First off, since the Yap Yap's on our lane, we want to watch out for the overwhelming cannon fodders that's going to be coming at us, and also mini base steals. We want to make sure that they don't, oh, it looks like it just happened. So you want to make sure that mini bases aren't being stolen as Yap Yap, because then it helps make more cannon fodder, which will be a problem. So we're going to send a Jackrabbit down at the bottom to go ahead and try and take that mini base before the cannon fodder does, and we just get there in the nick of time. So we were able to at least prevent the double mini base steal. But because of that, we do have a Marine that got hit by the grunt mine. And so that guy's just going to continue to distract the cannon fodder while it tries to get resources with the generator. So our fourth building point will be a gen, because we do need some power. It's great that we're getting the power right here on the left hand side, but we're going to need at least some sort of good power production and get that gen upgraded right away. And we're going to go ahead and think about going supply pad on that mini base, but we're going to go ahead and self-destruct it and instead go barracks. So then that way we can start dealing with the cannon fodder that we're starting to see here. And the fact that they stole our mini, it does look like they are looking to be aggressive. So a bunch more cannon fodder are being made in the map. Second barracks will be coming down because we want to deal with this pressure, while this Marine is going to go ahead and scout if they grab the mini base on their own side, which I suspect they did. And we can see what type of aggression that they're doing, which is a raid camp as well. So this is going to give us time to go ahead and talk about the build order. We're going to start off making a supply pad right away. We're going to make that Jackrabbit. We're going to upgrade that supply pad right away, that first one we built. Then we're going to make 2 more supply pads, so then that way we have the opportunity to grab the minis. Unfortunately, Yap Yap did end up taking one, so because of that, we weren't able to get both of them. But generator will come next after we grab that mini base, upgrade that generator as soon as possible, and then last but not least, going double barracks because of the fact that there's 2 mini bases and 2 raid camps that are associated with Yap Yap right now, and we want to be able to stop whatever aggression is going to end up happening. Remember, cannon fodders, though they're not really that deadly in numbers, they can be such a huge distraction, while the actual heavy grunts will come in and do a lot of the damage. So the double barracks is going to be producing a lot of Hellbringers, and we're going to make snipers any opportunities that we can. And so we're going to come in with a push. We're going to put in some Marines with the Hellbringer in there as well. The mine does get dropped, but it's nothing that's going to be too concerning because we have the vision with the snipers, which we're going to put into the bunker. But now Vortis is going to go in for their drop as well. So this is going to be a little bit concerning because I can't really say it 2v1, but those Marauders are going to be a problem. And it does look like they ended up going Apex on that mini base to start getting engineers for heals. But with what we have in the double production of snipers and Hellbringers with some Marines, hopefully we'll be able to get at least a decent push going on this side. So we're going to focus down on the Marauders and try and get our Hellbringers to focus down on the cannon fodder. First Marauder pops and the double mines get popped as well, destroying the bunker. Vortex Lightning does come down, which is nice to see, but unfortunately we won't be able to continue that engagement on this side because now Dark Blue has shown up with infantry as well. And they're going to have their own Hellbringers as well as snipers. So I want to try and target their sniper and take that out right away because they kind of overextended there. If we're able to take that out, that's going to be very nice, which we did. We are now going to have a second bunker drop because it does look like Dark Blue is trying to come in for the flank. But we do have a bunch of Hellbringers. It's going to really do some great damage against the cannon fodder. And we're going to continue the pressure to see if we can get some momentum on this left-hand side. We now have reinforcements coming in from the red Atriox, and Atriox himself is on his way. So we're going to try and position ourselves near the mini base so that way we have the bunker also being able to do some work, but this goo is also causing a little bit of problems. But with Atriox here, we're going to be able to clear that out relatively well, and because of that we're finally going to self-destruct this barracks as we start working towards the next phase. We don't need 2 of them anymore because the aggression looks like we were able to stop that, which is nice to see. The Atriox is taking a little bit of damage, but the shields are still up. We have plenty of snipers. We're now looking towards trying to grab a second base, and now we're going to work on destroying this mini, which they're going to self-destruct the apex associated with it. But if you look at the map, you have a double team happening on the right hand side between light blue and dark blue, because dark blue tried to go ahead and send some reinforcements to us. Didn't work out, so they're trying to pressure the right hand side. And so since Atriox is over here helping us, we're going to go ahead and try and continue a push on the left hand side. So then that way we can see if we can get something going. We will finally make a supply pad after self-destructing our barracks just to get that extra supply. We are on 1 gen, but it's still going to be enough to keep us going for now until that second base is established and we can get ourselves another gen. Speaking of which, cleansing beams coming down. We're going to keep track if there's any kills that are happening right now. Great splits are happening, and it looks like not a single unit is being killed, which means we just got the untouchable medal for you right there. So then that way we were able to do some great splits against that cleansing beam. And so things are looking very good right now. We got ourselves great momentum. We're going to get ourselves our second gen once we have the opportunity to. We're going to get the nodes back, and now we have the opportunity to continue to push the mini base on the left hand side. So if this pressure continues, that means they're going to have to start rotating over here if they have the opportunity to do so, because right now our right lane is pretty weak, but a scatter bomb is coming down and it did get rid of one of the infantry. We're trying to get the other ones out, and we were able to do so successfully, but rest in peace to that one marine that ended up being taken out from that scatter bomb, while we continue to fight towards these nodes and try to see if we can get some more momentum on this left hand side of the map. Because as we can see, dark blue has expanded on the right hand side, and light blue has also expanded in the middle. So Vortis is setting themselves up for a foundry vehicle play that's going to be happening over there. And because of that, Yap Yap is kind of on 1 base right now, that's the plus side at least. So we're going to have our bunker going to go ahead and get set up. We do have some snipers, and they're going to go ahead and retreat. One of them will retreat. And now we're going to get ready to call an EMP Mac, which is our own, and it comes in with 2 kills, which is nice to see. So we're going to give ourselves a lovely double kill for that. And we're going to continue this pressure on this side. And a Vortex Lightning, a beautiful one at that, is going to help get rid of the hero. And now we have some air reinforcements. Granted, we need a Nightingale as soon as possible, but we're still stuck on Tech 1. So we have a lot of injured infantry right now. And Marauders are a good counter towards me, but they're not a counter towards the air that has definitely shown up now. And so we're going to focus down on that boundary to stop any additional reinforcements for Reavers being produced. And now we're going to try and focus down on light blue's base as well, which is looking good. Green's going to try and come in to try and help, but they have to retreat immediately because of the fact that I have so many snipers, and I was able to get rid of the leader because of that. And that means they're going to have to start retreating once again. So light blue's base is now destroyed. Things are looking good on the left hand side, and because of that, I feel confident to go ahead and start moving on to the right hand side to see if we can get rid of the expansion base, because red's starting to do some good pressure now against the light blue on that right hand side, even though our Atriox is on 1 base. Finally, we're grabbing that mini. We're going to continue to at least hold that left hand side with bunker and snipers in there. And now we're going to try and focus down on the base while we use our Hellbringers to go after that middle node. Once again, our infantry are incredibly hurt, and we are still stuck on Tech 1 way longer than what I would like. Please Don't Shoot does get popped, so we're going to start with some pre-splits. That way, if a cleansing beam does come down or a scatter bomb comes down, we will be prepared for that. And it does look like green is starting to get ready to do something on this left-hand side, but we are going to grab that base with the bunker. I feel protected enough to do so. And now you have Decimus dealing with the Hornets on that side. I think it's better to go ahead and focus down on the base. Vortis is using their drop and the mines to go ahead and help that out. So far, we're almost getting the base halfway there, but we need a little bit more reinforcements on that side to be able to do that. And we're losing a lot of our Hellbringers now because Elite Rangers are showing up. And the Decimus is doing a good job of taking out turrets, but once again, if the base was being focused down, it definitely could have been a lot more successful. A scatter bomb will come down, but we won't really get to see the results of that scatter bomb, but it is going to cause some problems for Orange. And finally, we're in Tech 2. We can get the Apex we want, start getting our hero out. continue to fight for the nodes, but it looks like the base is just barely going to go ahead and survive, which is honestly just a shame because we could have at least taken that out if we were able to focus it down a little bit early on. But Hellbringer will continue to focus on going after the nodes in the middle of the map. We're going to now start working on this expansion base, so then we can get some foundries or factories up, so we can get some vehicles to start pressuring the left hand side with Yap Yap. The fact that Yap Yap's coming in to reinforce, that means I need to put more pressure on the left hand side to make sure they're not doing that. But with the combination of Atriox and Decimus, they were able to go ahead and take out that base on the right hand side, which is nice to see. And now we're going to start transitioning over to more of a vehicle play while the double now happens on the right hand side. Now there are some Reavers that are showing up. We don't really have a response to those Reavers because there's snipers inside the bunkers, but we're going to be a-okay. We're going to get triple factory up to get the upgrades and get the production going while we continue to just now start setting up a pressure play. So light green's going to try and expand on their front end side, but if we're able to get good enough production going, we're going to be able to respond accordingly such that we can at least get rid of that base, because we have way more production and economy better than we do with green. So in order for that to happen, we're going to first handle the jackrabbits. We want to get the extra vision. That's going to help. We're going to get some siege turrets as well. We're going to get mechanical overcharge to make sure if leader abilities are going on to us, we will be able to go ahead and respond to that accordingly. Please don't shoot is going to be called, and that's because there's some big damage happening by our teammates on the right hand side between the Atriox and the Decimus, and they had to use that while green goes ahead to try and help reinforce that. And because of this is giving me plenty of opportunity to go ahead, take down that mini, and get the army that I need to get ready to start attacking their expansion base. And speaking of which, here's that double team, a quick glimpse of that or what was going on over there. Now that we have at least a couple of mantis going and we have the siege turret to back us up, we're going to go ahead and get ready to pressure light green, because light green is now all the way on the other side for light blue, trying to help our teammates out, help their teammates out. And if I don't take out this base now, they're going to be able to come back from this position, because there's now a 3v2 happening on that side of the map. So our eco is looking magnificent. We don't need that barracks anymore. We will put a supply pad, and we're going to first focus down on the apex because we just don't want no heals yet. And now we're going to start making some wolverines, and we're going to continue the mantis production while we focus down on the base. I don't think light green will have a good response, and light green's army is so far away right now, so this is going to give us the opportunity to at least take out light green's base on this side, continue to get siege turrets. And now we're going to start focusing on the next section, which is siege. We have the pressure, we have the nightingales, our hero is doing well as well inside that bunker. And now, just like what I mentioned, Kodiaks, that's the way to go. When you have them pinned on one base, now you're going to have to start sieging, because getting rid of a Covenant that's on one base can be incredibly hard, especially if they juggle shields as well as cloaking gen to try and get the vision for that. So the plan is, let's go ahead and put down the bunker. Let's get our Johnson and our one solo infantry in there that has seen so much. And now we're going to get siege going to go ahead and start pressuring on this side. So we have plenty of snipers. A cleansing beam will come down by the enemy. Mechanical overcharge gets popped. Nightingales will try to dodge that, but so far they were able to take out two Nightingales. So they got the double kill from their leader ability, which is a shame. Could not stop the splits, but it is all good because the main beef army is still alive. Fortis drop with the goo comes in, and it actually hurts and gets rid of two of the snipers. And I kind of needed that inside the bunker if possible, but we're still at least good enough to be able to get our snipers in there for the vision. And now we need to take out the shields as fast as possible, because dark blue is going to try and reinforce on this side now. But we have the siege turrets that are going to be helping us out, and it doesn't look like they will be able to get a successful pushback on us. And now the please don't shoot will be called, which will be a little bit dangerous. This Kodiak needs to get set up. It's really causing a lot of problems here. But now dark blue and light green are over here on this side, and now it's going to be up to me to try and win this fight while our teammates now have an opportunity to get a 2v1 on their side. So EMP Mac will come down, but no units won't really get destroyed because of that, because a great Y move by Yap Yap. And now we're going to focus down on the hero for Forge that was taken out. We got more Kodiaks coming in. We got a bunch of siege turrets coming in. And now we're making a bunch more Kodiaks as well. But now all of a sudden a Scarab has now shown up. And it's going to be a little bit of a problem. We do have Nightingales, but not as much as we want. Y moves for Nightingales are the way to go, which is why we did one smoke screen to stop the Scarab from doing any sort of damage, while we continue to focus down on the Scarab, get rid of the units around it, and see if we can get rid of the engineers as well, because those heals on the Scarab and damage reduction from the Y move will be a problem. But siege will continue. Engineers are constantly still being pushed. Eradication will come in to go ahead and do some building damage, but Yap Yap just came out, popped its Y move, and was able to heal the Scarab up some more, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we still have a bunch of Kodiaks coming in with the siege. This Scarab is still alive because Yap Yap with its Y move is really strong. While we wait for another smoke screen to be available from a Nightingale, notice how they're starting to target those Nightingales down because of the fact that they can be a problem. So we're finally going to get a smoke screen ready to go if possible, but nope, Grunt Dome comes in, but one of our Nightingales has also come in. So now we can go ahead and use the smoke screen so we can start stopping the Scarab from attacking. And we finally lost one of our bunkers, but we got a second bunker ready to go, and we can finally take out these other engineers that are here. And they're not microing the Scarab right now, but I want to focus down on the cloaking gen because that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We did pop up combat salvage, so if we lose any vehicles, they're going to be coming back to us, and with the amount of siege we have, we should be winning this. But a Yap Yap hero just keeps coming out, and because they keep coming out, they keep healing the Scarab. But our teammates have been doing a magnificent job clearing the right hand side together, and because of that, I kind of got tunnel vision. I had no idea. I was just trying to get rid of the Scarab and continue to push, but the shield went back up for the enemy. And this is just a continuous problem for us. We got ourselves another bunker set up, and it looks like blisterbacks are now being set up by light blue as well. So we're still in this weird like stalemate, but we still have plenty of siege. Our heroes here, and we finally got rid of all the enemy bases for dark blue. So all that's left now is light green and light blue. So if we just continue this pressure up, we're finally in Tech 3, we're going to get an upgrade for our Mantis. Cleansing Beam will come down, which will get rid of the Scarab, which is nice to see. And then I will go ahead and take out the Blisterback that is right in front of us. Even if any hero comes out at this point, we have so much siege set up on the front line, there is no way it is going to go ahead and survive. But here it is, popping the Y move, trying to save the Blisterback, and the shields just go up. But look at that Kodiak line, there's so many of them. Cleansing Beam will come down, but we have Mechanical Overcharge, so no one is going to go ahead and be taken out on this side. EMP Mac Blast is also ready to use, but Green's going to self-destruct their base before the Vortex Lightning comes in to wipe out whatever is left. So now, all we have to do is just get rid of whatever is remaining in the map. But all in all, I want to go ahead and show this game as a whole. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'm putting more effort into these videos. If you enjoy it, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. If you don't, please let me know as well. I'm trying to continue to improve on this process as a whole. And there's the victory screen that we have for this game with the W. So we'll take a look at the stats very quick. Looking at it, myself dominated in the supply game, units built and units destroyed, but if you take a look in general, the red team was just a lot more efficient than the other team. Though the Yap Yap did use a lot of leader abilities, which could be a huge problem, and it was early on, but fortunately we were able to fight back and stop any expansion bases from happening and capitalize on that advantage. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video and keep having a spectacular day, evening, afternoon, hour, whatever it is, and until the next commentary video.